Welcome to the practice build for Age of Empires 4. Spawning in on the south side of the map. Took me a second there. South side is going to be Liquid the Muslim, and he's going to be playing the Roost for us today in the color teal. His opponent today, spawning in the north, is going to be Cutie Pie in the color red, playing as the Malians. You can see the Malians already going to be opening up, going onto the straggler trees, and he's going to be opening up with a pit mine and the houses around that pit mine to generate that gold. Pretty standard stuff here. So he's going to be leaving 2 villagers here on the... Interesting. He's leaving 2 villagers here. Usually it's 5 villagers. Okay, so this might be a bit more of a refined build order, or it might be an unrefined build order. I'm not entirely sure. We do think that Cutie Pie may be the Viper. We're not entirely sure. But that is suspicions at the moment, so he may not know completely what to do with the Malians, as he is still quite new to this, to the preview here for the Ottomans and the Malians. Having a look back over at the Muslim over here, he's going to be opening up with a hunting cabin. You can see up here on 3 scouts already, and his villagers are going to be going on to food. So very standard stuff here for the Roost. However, the Roosts have been changed quite significantly in 3 major ways. First of all, sheep now no longer give gold. They now no longer give the bounty when you kill the sheep, and that's pretty huge, because that means that you only get 5 gold per sheep, or 5 bounty per sheep, but that really stacks up over time. So that is very unfortunate there for the Roost mains like myself. The second thing is wolves. Wolves now have a little boundary, same like the boar. So the boar, if you lure it, you can only lure it a certain distance, and then it will go back to where it stands. And that's exactly what wolves are doing now as well. So we can see the Muslim not luring this back to his town center to kill it. He has to kill it here, which some people see it as a buff, some people see it as a nerf. Maybe it is a little bit of a buff, but I find it kind of annoying, because I like to just pick up the wolves and then bring them back to the town center, because basically this means that the enemy can't do it either. But I personally like just picking up the wolves, because you have more scouts anyway. You can pick up more wolves and then just bring them back to the town center. You can see the Muslim is already going to be aging up. And then the third major change to the Rus, or to every civilization actually, is that the town centers now cost 350 stone. But the reason this is such a major impact to the Rus is because usually you could just buy 2 tickets worth of stone from the Golden Gate and get your second town center. Unfortunately, you're now going to have to spend 3 tickets because of that extra 50 stone, or you can do a little bit of long distance mining, and that can really slow down your second town center. So we're going to have to see what the Muslim pulls out today, what he pulls out of the bag. Now, can we have a look at the bounty in this UI? So brand new UI. I'm sure you guys have already seen plenty of it, but we can't actually see the bounty for the Roost. So we may have to jump out of the caster UI here. We'll just take a quick look in a minute. We'll take a look in a little bit once the Muslims finished clearing up all of the deer and wolves. But we can see the Muslim looking pretty decent right now on the sheep front, that's for sure. And we're gonna have to see if the Muslim... Okay, so the Muslim actually looking to go into the stone now. So this means he can't be as secretive about his stone. Opponents are now going to know if the Roost player's gone for a second town center, and that is because of this mining camp. Having a look back in at Cutie Pie, we can see he's already aging up. Not too far behind Liquid the Muslim. I mean, the Roost player is always going to age up very quick. I mean, they always have all of their villagers on the sheep, and then they gather all of their gold from the bounty. So they always age up super quickly. But Cutie Pie not too far behind here. 5 villagers on that landmark. It is going to be the Mansa Quarry, of course. Not really a great map for trading this one. We have seen trade occasionally, and a trade is becoming really popular at the moment because it's so cheap. So maybe we are going to see some trade in some future games, maybe. But at the moment, it is going to be the Mansa Quarry, sticking with the safe option for now. And we can see the Muslim is going to be pushing forwards with these scouts. He might be able to do a little bit of burning here. No barracks down from a Cutie Pie yet. I wouldn't be surprised to see... Yeah, there it is. But 3 scouts might be able to burn 1 house. We can see the Muslims already targeted down all of the houses here. Definitely optimistic about that. We'll take a look back in here at the Muslim, he stacked up a lot of stone. Is he macroing here? I mean, he's what, 80 stone above what he needs. He's sending out 8 villagers now. I would assume it's going to be dropped down on this deer patch over here. So maybe even 3 town centers here? Interesting choice by the Muslim. Oh, sorry, my bad. Accidentally going into cinematic mode there. So the Muslim might be able to get a house here. No, he's not. Villagers come out. And now scouts in this patch as well. They do like 1 damage, I think, to villagers. So it's going to take these guys like 20 hits. It'd be slightly less. It'd be like 16, I think. Oh, I'm bad at maths. Yeah, it'd be something like that to kill this guy. So unfortunately, scouts don't really do a good job killing villagers. And villagers can just repair up these houses. So the one Drongo is going to deny this. And we have an archery range coming down from Cutie Pie as well. I would assume that's got to be for some javelin throwers. It might be for some archers, but most likely option, it is going to be the javelin throwers. We'll check back in here with the Muslim. As a nice little path just formed there. Did you guys see that? I love the aesthetics. I mean, it's something we don't mention often, but it's really cool how we have these little features in the game where, you know, nice little paths form between the town centers. But what is the Muslim going to be going for here? He's dropping down his wooden fortress, going to be getting that nice little extra wood from each of his drop-offs. Extra 20% would be super, super nice there. But what is his unit composition going to be? Because at the moment, Cutie Pie is dropping down a blacksmith. Now, a blacksmith most likely means that he's going to be sticking to the Age 2 play. And that's something the Malians are very happy to do. However, the Rus can do the same. The Rus have Age 2 knights, which are very, very decent up against the Malians. The knights do very well up against the javelin throwers. So both civilizations pretty much happy to stay Age 2 here. The Muslim at the moment is on 2 town centers. He's still gathering up stone. An extra 225 stone here. I wonder what he'll be doing with that. I mean, at this point, you may as well drop some for a 3rd town center at this point. Oh, wait. I think he'll be buying it. I think he's going to buy it. He needs a little bit more gold. But unfortunately here, Cutie Pie has spotted out these villagers. So the Muslim, oh, maybe it's going to bore. Okay, so maybe this is this is very confusing as to what the Muslim's doing right now. It's either going to be a town center here. Yeah, it is. It is. You can just see there he bought the stone. So there's going to be the 3rd town center. I mean, the Muslim playing very, very greedy here up against the Malians. I feel like the Malians can punish this pretty easily. I mean, look how far away that town center is. This is going to take a while to build as well. So, I mean, at the moment, it's a perfect time for Cutie Pie to push forward. Might want to drop down a little bit more production. And then we'll see if he's got siege engineering on the way as well. So, at the moment, he's grabbing Iron on Damesh. Definitely a nice upgrade to get. Siege engineering is usually the first upgrade you get from the blacksmith if you're looking to push. And Cutie Pie might be able to pick off a villager here. I mean, the town center takes a while to be built still. You might be able to get 1 or 2 kills. No, a bit too late now. And interesting to see here from Cutie Pie, he's also got a Muso Fadi warrior out. So these are anti-armor. So these guys might do pretty well up against the, or not might, they will do pretty decently up against the knight. So having a Muso Fadi warrior and a couple Dronzos together is going to be really nice up against the Rus. Nice mass starting to build now for Cutie Pie, but he really needs to put the pressure on relatively soon. I mean, Cutie Pie is still on 1 town center. He's making a little bit of a cattle boom here, but he definitely needs to put some pressure on. We can see the Muslims already 9 villagers ahead, and we're only 9 minutes into the game. But Cutie Pie's mass is starting to grow. We see he's dropped down a 2nd barracks now as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see even more production being dropped as well. And it's got to be this town center, right? That Cutie Pie decides to push for. I mean, it's in such a vulnerable position. I mean, it's going to be really, really tricky for the Muslim to try and hold that. And interestingly, okay, so the Muslim is now spamming out the production. 3 archery ranges, 2 stables. It's going to be those early knights plus archer. The classic Rus composition coming through right now. And I don't think Cutie Pie can really push forwards into the main base here. His best chance is to push one of these side town centers. And This is the most exposed one at the moment. I mean, this one's pretty safe at the back here. The Muslim could always get up just a couple walls here and he'll be pretty much safe. But we can see lots of archers coming through. Lots of knights. And we'll have to see if the Muslim decides to go for a bit of a blacksmith as well. And Cutie Pie deciding to push the main base. This is very interesting to see. We're going to have to see how this works out for him. Villagers are going to be pulled here. Going to be jumping inside of the outpost there. Outpost going to be doing a lot of damage there. The Muslim bought some stone. I was just about to say, buy a little bit of stone, get your emplacements in here. But I think that tower might be going down before these upgrades even come in. The Muslim getting some nice picks off there. The first knights are on the battlefield. Archers on the back line as well. Villagers hop out of the wooden fortress. Going to be taking their shots onto the battering ram. Cutie Pie needs to pull these donzos. Lots of reinforcements are on the way. But the Muslim looking to hold here pretty effectively. 8 villagers currently idle, but that's alright. He's got the eco advantage. Almost ahead by 20 villagers already. His eco count is expanding very, very quickly. And I mean, it's an interesting choice that he's pushing this main base instead of this side eco. He knows about this. And I mean, this is 14 villagers over here and a town center that could be, I would have to say with relative ease, could have been destroyed already. I mean, the mass of the Muslim looking pretty decent now. I feel like he might be able to hold. Blacksmith also being dropped. We'll take a look over at Cutie Pie, see what upgrades he's got in. He's got his ranged attack upgrade as well. It looks like he's just spamming out those javelin throwers and donzos at the moment. Only got the one move so far, do you worry. Maybe that was a bit of a misclick. I feel like that may have been a misclick. Ram's going to be pushing back in. 3 Rams now on the battlefield. One down to 64 HP. But the Muslim, I think he's not going to have too much of an issue holding this. He's got quite a few knights on the battlefield. I mean, donzos do a lot of damage when they can throw their spear, though. Lots of archers on the backline as well. Wooden Fortress going to be helping out as well. Warm reinforcements make their way onto the battlefield. I mean, Cutie Pie may even want to pull a villager or 2 here as well, just to try and make a little front line for himself. We can see the score for the Muslim is already jumping way ahead right now. And I think that's down to the villagers. I mean, the Muslim's way ahead in villagers, and he's already got a huge military, well, not huge, he's five military units ahead, but we have a look at the army value here. The Muslim's army is already worth more than Cutie Pie's, and that's not good for Cutie Pie, especially when you've got the villager, the eco deficit right now. Like, sure, you've got the pet mines and the cattle, but unfortunately, it's not that much when you're 25 villagers behind. So far, Cutie Pie hasn't really achieved too much. He's done a little bit of idle onto these villagers, but fortunately, that's just, I don't think that's good enough. So here, Cutie Pie should be able to hold his ground here. Donzo's getting a nice little volley off there. Cutie Pie looking to just stay on the one town center, already making a bit of a farm transition as well. I mean, at this point in the game, that's not really where you want to be. Cutie Pie's got the map right now, so he should really push out. I mean, he is already making use of all the deer. Malians can't actually kill the boar. Well, they can kill it. I don't think they can gather from it. So boar's not going to be an option for him there. He's got some behind the base berries as well. This is his main priority at the moment. Reinforcements are going to be running into the knights right there. Javelin thrower is going to be taking a nice little trade there against the archers. Able to one-shot right there. Donzos here. There's not a lot of donzos. If these donzos go down to the archers right now, the knights are going to be able to absolutely wipe out these javelin throwers. Javelin throwers targeting down the knights right now. That's not where you want to be targeting them right now. The mass here for Cutie Pie not looking good at all. The Muslim pulling way ahead in the game right now, I feel. The archer mass for the Muslim is pretty weak at the moment. However, the archer mass isn't where the resources are at. The Muslim's knight mass is still alive, and that's what's important. All of the javelin throws are going to be going down here to the knights. Only one archer remains, but archers are cheap. Archers can be spammed out. The knights are the expensive unit right here. And there's still a load of them left on the map here. We see more and more reinforcements coming in from the Muslim. Cutie Pie, he's still got a few, but I feel like there's just not enough coming out, and behind this, the Muslims almost double the amount of villagers Cutie Pie has. Not looking too good for him at all. Ram's sitting here as well. These guys are not looking happy. I feel like the Muslim might already have this in the bag. I mean, siege engineering is coming through for him at the moment as well. We're typing in the chat and GG gets called. So despite the changes to the roost, they still seem very, very powerful here. Maybe just a bit of a misplay from Cutie Pie, not deciding to push it onto one of these side town centers and instead going for the main base. Well, if you did enjoy this, guys, then please do feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you in the next one.